What's up guys, quick question here. Let's say you're in charge of a big TV network and the future of your job relies on the next animated show you recommend to be made. Do you choose to pick a new show that is now going to test the waters and potentially ruin your image and cost you your job if it fails? Or would you pick a reboot of a show that has already made itself an established brand in the world of animation? No pressure, am I right? But I actually want to know what you guys would pick, so let me know in the comments. But let's be real here. Most people in this situation who value their position would go for the second option. For starters, it saves time and money. Plus, the idea of coming up with a totally new concept, characters, designs, and sometimes even hiring new voice actors is one that seems really stressful and unnecessary. But you and I both know that as problematic as the above may seem, it is still not a valid excuse to make a terrible reboot. So why is it so hard for why is it so hard for networks in general to make a solid reboot? And well, I think the answer is just one word: rebranding. Let's take a moment here and look at the meaning of reboot, which is to produce a distinctly new version of an established show, movie, or franchise. So that being said, when a reboot is being made, the plan is already to distort a lot of the information and features of the original piece of media it was adapted from. This can range from origin stories, animation changes, and even relationships. A good example of this is how in Teen Titans Go, the villains are more like pesky nuisances or frenemies trying to annoy the team. But in the original Teen Titans, the villains are just pesky homicidal nuisances ready to kill the team. You also need to know that most reboots are made with the main aim of generating profit. As in, the network is trying to cash in on the nostalgia factor to satisfy the old heads who grew up with the show, but still make a decent enough rendition for children who have not yet been exposed to it. But these are two very conflicting demographics. So what happens is that 99% of the time, the network decides to go with the newer generation, since it proves to be the more profitable one. Cause ain't nobody in this green earth gonna make more money from their parents than a kid. And this causes the reboots being made to be targeted at a very young demographic. So now everything about the original media must be changed to match this new demographic. And that's why a lot of people claim that reboots of their favorite shows have been dumbed down to an unbelievable level. The network wasn't making the show for you, but rather for people who haven't had any experiences with that particular show before. And this is the part that makes a lot of people very, very mad. They come to watch a reboot hoping to relive the past memories and events, then get stunned when the reboot is nothing like the show that they remember. But one thing that you need to keep in mind is that a reboot is its own entity. If they wanted to continue with series and tie up loose ends, a sequel or another season would be in order. But no, they chose to do a reboots. And reboots are only come up with when it's time for something fresh. And this could happen if all interest is lost on the old media or the network sees a good opportunity in the reboot. For instance, for as much of the hate that Teen Titans Go get, you gotta admit that it has outperformed the original Teen Titans in terms of being widespread. And I think Cartoon Network has generated more profits from it in terms of like selling toys and stuff than the original Teen Titans. That being said, I think every reboot in itself is a success as long as it doesn't get canceled, because you need to remember that a reboot should be treated as its own show, not some continuation of a past one. Even though it is a remake, it is meant to fill a totally different role than its predecessor. And with this information in mind, I think that we will be able to enjoy reboots at just a tad more if we don't put up these crazy expectations from the former show to these reboots. These are the comments of the day, and if you want to be featured in them, just leave your thoughts down below for a chance to appear in the next video. And if you did like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications so you never miss this Tunes video. Don't forget to share this video with Drake, Captain Planet, and Greta Thunberg, and I'll see you guys next time. Tune out.